Most gardeners don't realize the mistake starts with plants that look completely harmless. You plant something for shade, beauty, privacy, fruit, or texture. At first, it makes the yard feel more alive. The borders look fuller. The bare soil disappears. The fence line softens. That empty corner finally looks finished. But here's where things change. From a gardener's point of view, that lush growth may look healthy. From a snake's point of view, it may look protected, cool, quiet, and easy to move through without being seen. Now, this does not mean a plant magically calls snakes into your yard. That is not how it works. Snakes usually show up because a yard offers shelter, moisture, shade, prey, or a safe route from one place to another. The plant is not always the attraction. The conditions around the plant are. And that is the part many homeowners miss. A thick border beside the patio. A vine crawling along the fence. Fruit rotting under a tree. Ground cover spreading near the steps. Shrubs packed tightly against the foundation. Each one can slowly create a yard that feels less open and more hidden. The good news is, you do not have to rip out every beautiful plant you own. You just need to know which plants need extra attention, and how to manage them before they become hiding places. So let's start with one of the most common plants that turns a clean yard into a soft wall of cover. Number 1. Tall ornamental grasses, the soft hiding wall. Ornamental grasses can look absolutely beautiful in a backyard. Pampas grass, fountain grass, maiden grass, switchgrass, and similar plants bring movement, height, and that relaxed natural look many gardeners love. They soften hard edges, fill empty corners, and make a yard feel more designed without much effort. At first, this looks harmless. But as those clumps get bigger, the base becomes thicker and harder to see through. The leaves arch down. The old growth builds up inside. The soil underneath stays cooler. And suddenly, what looked like a graceful plant from across the yard becomes a protected little shelter at ground level. That is where the problem begins. Tall grasses can hide small animals, insects, and sometimes rodents. And where prey animals feel protected, snakes may also find a reason to pass through or rest nearby. This is especially true when grasses are planted in large groups along fences, driveways, sheds, patios, or walkways where people do not always check the base. The solution is not to hate ornamental grasses. The solution is to manage them like structure, not decoration. Cut them back at the right time for your climate. Remove dead buildup. Leave space between clumps so you can see the ground. And avoid planting thick grasses directly against doors, steps, sheds, or places where your feet pass every day. What looks like soft texture from a distance can become a hidden tunnel at ground level. And the next plant type is even trickier, because it does not grow tall. It spreads low, covers the soil, and hides what is happening underneath. Number 2, ivy, vinca, and dense ground covers, the living carpet with secrets underneath. Ground covers are popular for a reason. They make shaded areas look finished. They cover bare soil. They reduce weeds. They can make a difficult corner feel neat without needing constant mowing or replanting. English ivy, vinca, creeping jenny, pachysandra, liriope, and similar spreading plants can all be useful in the right place. But when they become too dense, they create one major problem. You can no longer see the ground. And in a backyard, visibility matters more than many gardeners realize. Snakes often prefer low cover because it lets them move without being exposed. A thick mat of ground cover can hide foundation edges, tree bases, drainage spots, stone borders, and small gaps near steps or fences. It can also hold moisture longer than open soil. In some yards, that damp, protected layer may support insects, frogs, lizards, or small rodents. Again, the snake is not coming because the ivy is special. It is coming because the ground cover has created a quiet little habitat. This is especially important near the house. If ground cover is crawling right up to the foundation, under steps, into cracks, or around stored pots and tools, it becomes harder to inspect the areas you should be able to see clearly. For best results, keep a clean strip between ground cover and the house. Trim edges often. Create visible borders with stone, mulch gaps, or open soil. And do not let ground cover disappear into clutter, stacked materials, or dark corners. Some ground covers are helpful for erosion and shade, so removal is not always necessary. But control is necessary. Because the real problem is not what grows above the soil. It is what you can no longer see below it. Number 3. Hostas and large leafy shade plants, the cool shade umbrella. Hostas are one of those plants gardeners trust. They are reliable, beautiful, and perfect for those shady spots where grass struggles and flowering plants give up. The same is true for elephant ears, caladiums, large ferns, and other broadleaf shade plants. They make a dark corner feel lush and intentional. But those big leaves also change the ground underneath them. They block sunlight, hold moisture longer, and create cool pockets where the soil stays protected during hot weather. That can be helpful for the plant, but it can also make the area harder to inspect. This matters most when these plants are tucked beside porches, crawl space vents, steps, shaded walls, stacked pots, or garden clutter. The leaves may look beautiful from above, but underneath them, the base of the plant can become hidden and damp. That kind of space can support slugs, insects, frogs, lizards, or small animals, depending on your yard. And when prey activity increases in a quiet shaded area, snakes may have more reason to move through. The key is not to remove every hosta. The key is to avoid turning shade beds into blind spots. Space large leafy plants so air can move through them. Remove dead leaves quickly, especially after storms or at the end of the season. Keep the area around steps, foundations, vents, and walkways open enough that you can see the soil. Hostas are not snake magnets. But poor placement, thick leaf cover, and neglected damp corners can make a shaded garden feel too protected. And once you understand that, the next plant group makes even more sense, because it adds something extra, food chain activity. Number 4. Blackberry, raspberry, and bramble patches, the thorny food and shelter trap. A berry patch can be one of the most rewarding parts of a backyard garden. Blackberries, raspberries, boysenberries, and similar brambles can give you fresh fruit, attract pollinators, and turn a plain fence line into something useful. But brambles have a habit of getting away from people. One season, it is a few canes. Then the canes arch, root, tangle, and spread. Dead stems stay inside the patch. Grass grows around the base. Fallen berries collect underneath. And before long, that productive little planting becomes a thick, thorny wall that nobody wants to reach into. That is exactly why it can become snake-friendly. Snakes are not interested in berries. But birds, insects, rodents, and small animals may be interested in the fruit and the protection. The thorns make the area safer for prey animals, because people and larger predators do not move through it easily. So the berry patch becomes more than a harvest spot. It becomes cover, food, and protection in one place. The fix is simple, but it has to be consistent. Trellis the canes so they grow upright instead of collapsing into a tangled mass. Prune out old, dead, or unproductive canes. Pick ripe fruit before it drops. Keep grass and weeds short around the base. And always leave a clear path so you can inspect and harvest without stepping blindly into the patch. Berries are excellent plants. But near homes, sheds, fences, and children's play areas, they should be managed like a crop, not left to become a wild thicket. Because when a plant becomes too difficult for you to enter, it may become very comfortable for wildlife to use. And that brings us to another backyard favorite that can quietly connect one hidden area to another. Number 5. Grapevines and heavy climbing vines, the climbing highway. A grapevine can make a backyard feel beautiful and productive at the same time. It can cover a pergola, soften a fence, shade a sitting area, and give you fruit that feels almost too good to come from your own yard. But vines are different from many other plants because they do not just fill space. They connect spaces. A vine can run along a fence, climb over a shed, stretch across an arbor, and drop leaves and fruit underneath. When it is trained well, it is useful and easy to inspect. But when it is left alone, it can become a thick, shaded route from one part of the yard to another. That is where the hidden problem starts. The canopy blocks light. The base fills with weeds. Fallen grapes attract insects or rodents. Leaves overlap so heavily that you cannot see the structure underneath. And if the vine trails close to the ground, it can create protected cover right along the fence line. A vine can quietly turn a fence into a covered pathway. The answer is pruning and training. Keep grapevines lifted on a proper trellis. Prune them yearly based on your climate and variety. Remove fruit that drops. Keep weeds and clutter cleared from the base. And never let heavy vines sprawl across the ground near sheds, compost areas, or dark corners. A productive vine is not the problem. An unmanaged vine is. With the right setup, grapes can still be beautiful, healthy, and useful without creating a hidden corridor through your yard. And vines lead perfectly into the next issue, because sometimes the biggest snake-friendly signal is not the plant itself. It is what the plant drops onto the ground. Number 6. Fruit trees with messy fallen fruit, the hidden rodent buffet. Fruit trees are some of the best plants you can grow in a backyard. A good fig tree, apple tree, plum tree, peach tree, pear tree, citrus tree, or mulberry can give shade, beauty, and real food from your own land. But during harvest season, the area under that tree can change fast. A few fruits drop. Then a few more split, soften, and start to rot. Grass grows tall around the trunk. Leaves collect near the base. Low branches hang down and block your view. And before long, the space under the tree becomes shaded, messy, sweet-smelling, and full of activity. This is where many gardeners misunderstand the problem. Snakes are not coming for the fruit. They do not care about your peaches or figs the way birds, insects, mice, rats, or other small animals might. The issue is the food chain forming underneath the tree. Fallen fruit can attract rodents and insects. Rodents can attract snakes. And if the tree also has low branches, tall grass, thick mulch, or clutter nearby, the whole area becomes harder to inspect. The fix is harvest hygiene. Pick ripe fruit regularly. Clean up fallen fruit every few days during peak season. Prune low branches so you can see under the canopy. Keep grass short around the trunk, or use a clean, open mulch ring that does not pile against the bark. And never let rotting fruit collect near sheds, fences, compost piles, or the side of the house. Fruit trees are valuable. They do not need to be removed. But the area underneath them should stay clean, visible, and easy to walk around. Because the real problem is not the fruit tree. It is the buffet forming underneath it. And now we come to the plant group that may be the most personal, because it often grows right next to the house. Number 7. Dense hedges, shrubs, and foundation plantings, the privacy screen that hides too much. Many homeowners plant shrubs because they want privacy, structure, and a finished look around the yard. Boxwood, privet, holly, juniper, azalea, laurel, and similar shrubs can make a home look softer and more established. But when shrubs are planted too close together, too close to the wall, or left unpruned for years, they create hidden pockets at ground level. That is where the concern starts. Under a dense hedge, the soil often stays cooler. Leaves collect. Rodent holes may go unnoticed. Gaps near vents, steps, utility boxes, and foundation edges can disappear behind branches. And because the shrub looks neat from the outside, many gardeners never check what is happening underneath. Privacy is good. Total concealment at ground level is not. This matters most near doors, porches, sheds, garages, and walkways. The closer a hiding place is to your daily path, the more important visibility becomes. So instead of letting shrubs become a solid wall from top to bottom, lift and thin them carefully. Prune lower branches when it suits the plant variety. Remove leaves and debris from the base. Keep some space between the shrub and the house. And avoid stacking pots, wood, tools, or bags of soil behind hedges where you cannot see them. Do not overprune in a way that damages the plant. Different shrubs need different timing. But every shrub near a home should allow airflow, light, and inspection. A hedge should give privacy from the street, not create a hidden shelter against your foundation. And once you understand these 7 plant groups, the next step is not panic. It is a simple yard reset. Here is how to make your yard less snake-friendly without ruining the garden. The smartest gardeners do not remove every plant. They remove the conditions that make the yard too inviting. Start with visibility. Walk your yard at ground level and look for places you cannot easily see: thick grass bases, tangled vines, dense ground cover, shaded corners, fruit drops, and shrubs touching the house. Then focus on cleanup. Keep grass short near fences, beds, sheds, and walkways. Remove fallen fruit before it sits for days. Clear dead leaves from the base of plants. Do not let heavy mulch pile directly against the foundation. Fix leaky outdoor faucets or irrigation spots that keep one area constantly damp. Next, create space. A narrow open strip beside the house can make a big difference. Clear walking paths around fruit trees, berry patches, vines, and hedges help you inspect the garden before you step into it. Raised, pruned, and spaced plantings are usually safer than tangled, ground-level masses. And remember, snake activity depends on your region, climate, season, and local species. A yard in a warm rural area will not have the same pressure as a small urban patio. If you live where venomous snakes are common, learn your local species and call a professional when needed. The goal is not to harm wildlife. The goal is to stop accidentally building perfect hiding places right where your family walks, gardens, and relaxes. So the main lesson is simple: these plants are not evil, and they are not automatically dangerous. Tall grasses, ground covers, hostas, brambles, grapevines, fruit trees, and hedges can all be beautiful and useful in the right yard. But when they become too dense, too messy, too damp, or too close to the house, they can quietly create cover, food chain activity, and hidden movement routes. That is the difference between a garden that feels lush and a garden that feels unsafe. Your action step today is simple. Pick one area: a fence line, a fruit tree base, a vine, a hedge, or a shaded corner. Clean it, thin it, lift it, or open it up before moving to the next. You do not have to fix the whole yard in one day. Just start with the place you avoid checking. And tell me in the comments, which of these plants do you already have in your yard, and which one surprised you the most? If you want more practical gardening warnings, plant tips, and backyard safety advice, subscribe and keep learning how to build a garden that is beautiful, productive, and easier to manage.